6 contestants are about to compete for thousands of pounds, but who's got what it takes to outrun the hardball? Welcome to Hardball. In the first of our 2 heats today, Junaid, Nicola and Matthew will all step up to play. Watching their every move, ready and raring to go next are Ellie, Alex and Trish. But only one of them will make it through to the final. Drawn at random to take on the hardball first, it's Matthew. Matthew, welcome to the show.
Thank you, pleasure to be here.
It's great to have you on. Tell us about yourself.
Well, I'm a drama teacher. I live in Northamptonshire, and I'm 41.
So a drama teacher, does that involve your passions?
Yeah, I do some stage work as well. I've worked in some various sort of amdram comedy shows, which I've performed in, and so I think it's unfair for me to ask the kids to do it if I'm not prepared to do it myself.
And do you have any other passions?
Well, I quite like country music, so I try and keep it under my hat a little bit, my 10-gallon hat, I should say.
Yes, you left it at home today.
So, yeah, I love country music. So I've been out to Nashville a couple of times, and I've driven from Dallas across Atlanta through the southern states, so I just think it's fantastic.
I'd love to know what Nashville's like.
Awesome. If you haven't been, go. It's brilliant.
OK, You're first up, Matthew, which adds its own little extra pressure. How are you feeling about taking on the hardball?
Yeah, I am first up, so I'm very nervous.
Matthew will start by playing the moneymaker. The aim of the game is to get as far along the track as you can by answering as many questions as you can. Each correct answer moves you on 1 square and adds £50 to the jackpot. The further you move along, the more money you'll add, and that is what today's winner will play for in the final. But beware, the hardball is always hunting you down, and if it passes you, it's game over. Matthew, let's put you on the track. There you are, your face looking great, lovely. The hardball will be released once I've asked your first question, OK? If you're ready, let's play hardball. Which famous cartoonist and animator created Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck?
Walt Disney.
Correct. In 2012, Sir Bradley Wiggins became the first Briton to win which famous
Tour de
cycle
France.
race? Correct. Which card game has variations known as 5-card stud and Texas Hold'em?
Poker.
Correct. In France, what popular beverage is known as chocolat chaud?
Hot chocolate.
Correct. Catherine the Great ruled which country?
Scotland.
Russia. What does the Statue of Liberty hold in her right hand?
Torch.
Correct. The title of a well-known pantomime is Puss in what?
Boots.
Correct. Which British author wrote the novels Riders and Polo?
Pass.
Jilly Cooper. In the human body, what is the more common name for the mandible?
Throat.
Jawbone. Which group had hits during the 1980s with Superman and Agadoo?
Black lace.
Correct. In environmental waste management, the 3 common R's are reduce, reuse and what?
Recycle.
Correct. What name is given to a line that runs from the centre of a circle to any point on its edge?
Radius.
Correct. Which singer had the alter ego Ziggy Stardust?
David Bowie.
Correct. Someone has to be at least what age to be described as a centenarian?
100.
Correct. The name for which large rodent derives from the Latin for spiny pig?
Rat.
Porcupine. Since 1968, the holder of which position in the cabinet is also Minister for the Civil Service?
Pass.
Prime Minister. The name of which outer garment can follow the words bomber, dinner and donkey?
Jacket.
Correct. Launched in 2012, Sean Rad co-founded which location-based dating app?
Tinder.
Correct. Which British broadcaster narrated both Planet Earth and Frozen
David
Planet?
Attenborough.
Correct. In the Old Testament, which Hebrew prophet raised his staff to part the Red Sea?
Moses.
Correct. Philip II of Spain was married to which English queen?
Elizabeth I.
Queen Mary. What is the more common name for the legendary creature called a Sasquatch?
Pass.
Bigfoot. How many stars make up the belt in the constellation known as Orion?
3.
Correct. Jammy Dodger biscuits are named after which character from the Beano?
Roger the Dodger.
Correct. The models known as the Trinity were Linda Evangelista, Christy Turlington, and who else?
Pass.
Naomi Campbell. Which actress is the star of the film? Oh, Matthew, look at you there. 3 levels of the track complete. That is very good.
OK.
£850 you've put in the jackpot, which is a very good start, and you are, of course, the one to beat, so well done. Next to take on the hardball, it's Nicola. Hi, Nicola.
Hi.
Good to see you. Tell us about yourself.
Well, I'm 33 and I'm a marketing executive from Belfast.
And when you're not at work, Nicola, what do you like to do?
Mostly spend a lot of time with my daughter. Before I had my daughter, I'd done a lot of traveling.
Yep.
And that was what I spent the majority of my time doing, traveling and seeing the world.
And what are you like under pressure, Nicola?
We'll soon find out.
Yes, we will. So we need to get you further than Matthew if you're going to definitely be through to the next round. So let's highlight the square you have to beat. He's laid the gauntlet down there on the third level of the track. Nicola, let's put you up on the track. There you are. Remember, the hardball will start once I finish asking the first question. If you're ready, let's play hardball. A plane's flight recorder is referred to as a... Correct. Which TV couple have the surnames Madeley and Finnegan?
Dunno.
Richard and Judy. Which 1941 Disney film is about an elephant who can
Dumbo.
fly? Correct. The name of which large-brimmed hat derives from the Spanish word for shade?
Sombrero.
Correct. In which country is Lake Garda located?
Italy.
Correct. Which fruit has varieties called Victoria and Damson?
Pear.
Plum. In which month of the year is Guy Fawkes Night celebrated?
November.
Correct. In which organ of the body are the occipital lobes located?
Ears.
Brain. Which traditional Japanese weapon consists of two sticks?
Samurai
joined?
sword.
Nunchuck. Which American group had a hit in 1990 with Groovers in the Heart?
Pass.
Delight. Which fictional diarist wrote about her relationships with Mark Darcy and Daniel Cleaver?
Pass.
Bridget Jones. Bridget Jones, Nicola.
Never seen it.
Have you not?
No.
Oh, that's why I didn't know it.
No.
Oh, well. OK, so there you are at the end of the first level of the track, and you've added £250 to the jackpot. So we're up to £1,100. You didn't get as far as Matthew before the hardball passed you, so you are at risk of going home. Matthew, you, sir, are through to the next round. Very well done.
Thank you.
Our last player in this heat is Junaid. Junaid, come on over, mate. Welcome to the show.
Hi.
Tell us about yourself.
I'm 25, I'm from Manchester, and I'm an accountant.
Tell us something that not many people know about you.
So when I was younger, I was obsessed with Blue Peter, and I ended up with 5 badges, and one of them was a competition to ask the Queen a question, and I asked her what her favourite moment on the throne was, and she said it was a coronation.
That's incredible. So
Yeah.
where are the 5 Blue Peter badges now?
Well, I lost 3 of them, so I've only got 2 left.
At least you have the tale of asking the Queen a question.
Yeah.
So that's something to hold on to. Junaid, you need to get further than Nicola to make sure you're through to the next round. So let's highlight that square to beat. There it is. End of the first level of the track. Junaid, let's put you up there. OK, we know what to do. Remember, the hardball will start once I finish asking your first question. If you're ready, let's play hardball. Which popular children's TV show features the characters Tinky Winky, Dipsy and Po?
The Teletubbies.
Correct. It was once traditional to put a silver sixpence into which Christmas dish?
Mince pie.
Pudding. What is the first name of Noel Gallagher's younger brother?
Liam.
Correct. What mincemeat is traditionally used in the filling of a shepherd's pie?
Beef.
Lamb. What scan uses multiple X-rays to create detailed computerized
MRI?
images? CAT scan. In which 1997 film do a group of ex-steelworkers take to stripping to raise money?
Full Monty.
Correct. The EasyJet logo is white, and which other colour?
Orange.
Correct. By what YouTube username is Zoe Elizabeth Sugg better
Zoella.
Correct. What is the common name given to the outer coloured peel of a citrus fruit?
Orange.
Zest. When Vladimir Putin first took office, who did he succeed as president of Russia?
Pass.
Boris Yeltsin. Which DJ and presenter is better known by the nickname Grimmy?
Nick Grimshaw.
Correct. Which American actress popularised the 90s hairstyle known as the Rachel?
Jennifer Aniston.
Correct. Deep Thought was a computer game system designed to play which strategic board game?
Chess.
Correct. In Cockney rhyming slang, what do apples and pears refer
Stairs.
to? Correct. In which year was the Great Fire of London?
1666.
Correct. In which musical did Imelda Staunton star as Mama Rose?
Chicago.
Gypsy. Fred and Richard Fairbrass were members of which
Right Said
band?
Fred.
Correct. What name is given to a sailing boat that has 2 parallel hulls held together by a
Pass.
single deck? Catamaran. In the sitcom 40 Towers, what is the first name? Junaid.
Yeah.
Very good game. End of the second level of the track. It got very close.
I know.
It got very close to the point that you had to pass, but you saw off the hardball.
Yeah.
Thank goodness for Nick Grimshaw. You've added £550 to the jackpot. We're now up to £1,650, and you did it, buddy. You got further than Nicola, so you are definitely through to the next round. Very well done.
Thanks.
Nicola, you knew.
I knew already.
Just wasn't enough, was it?
No. And I was waiting, and it sounds bad to say it, but I was willing you to get it wrong. Couldn't have been any closer, but well done.
Thank you.
Any regrets?
I'm not getting them right.
Oh, well, that's always one. Nicola, I'm afraid it is the end of the road. Thank you so much for playing.
Thank you.
So, Matthew and Junaid are now going to battle it out for a place in today's semi-final. But who will make it through? Let's find out as we play the head-to-head. Matthew and Junaid, congratulations on getting this far.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Matthew, how do you think it's going to go against Junaid?
I think Junaid is very strong, actually, so I'm a bit worried.
You got him worried, Junaid. You haven't done anything.
Well, he's got me worried. Like, before I was like, I don't want to face up against Matthew. I could tell he was strong, and he got to the third level, so clearly.
Well done, the both of you, for getting to this stage. Our next set of contestants are going to be watching very closely to see who they could be taking on. This time, though, not only do you have to outrun the hardball, you also have to outrun each other. You'll both be on the track at the same time, answering questions on the buzzer. A correct answer moves you one square along, but a wrong answer will move your opponent forward. Matthew, Junaid, remember, stay ahead of the hardball, because the first person it passes is out of the game. Let's put you both on the track. In this round, the hardball will be released when one of you reaches the second level of the track. All right? If you're ready, let's play hardball. Which foodstuff has parts called the albumin and the yolk? Matthew?
Egg.
Correct. In which film musical does Julie Andrews play governess? Matthew?
Sound of Music.
Correct. The capital city of which American state is Honolulu? Junaid?
Hawaii.
Correct. The Eucharist of bread and wine is consumed in accordance with Jesus' teaching at which event? Junaid?
Easter.
Last Supper. In June 2014, which European country's king abdicated? Junaid?
Spain.
Correct. Which ball and mallet game involves driving wooden? Matthew?
Croquet.
Correct. The name of which British TV comedy is often shortened to Ab Fab? Matthew?
Absolutely Fabulous.
Correct. Which two-word title is given to the leading female singer in an opera company? Junaid?
Mezzo-soprano.
Prima donna. What is the English name for the item known in America as a diaper? Matthew?
Nappy.
Correct. Which British author wrote a series of books about the borrowers? Matthew?
Oh, no, Ian Forster.
Mary Norton. Which famous shoe designer was born in Penang, Malaysia in 1948? Junaid?
Vera Wang.
Jimmy Choo. In which Tim Burton film does the title character appear when their name is said 3 times? Junaid?
Juice.
Correct. A traditional margarita pizza is topped with tomato, basil. Matthew?
Cheese.
Mozzarella. Which letter of the alphabet resembles the symbol used in mathematics for multiplication? Matthew?
X.
Correct. The real name of which American rapper is Marshall Mathers? Junaid?
Eminem.
Correct. What type of honey takes its name from a New Zealand tea tree? Manuka honey. Which organ of the human body is divided into 4 hollow chambers? Junaid?
Heart.
Correct. In the 1960s TV series Thunderbirds, Parker was the chauffeur to which? Junaid?
Lady Penelope.
Correct. In which decade of the 20th century was Prince Harry born? Matthew?
80s.
Correct. Which natural material is engraved in the craft known as xylography? Wood is the answer we were looking for. Oh, guys, how about that? It's a real fiery round, the head-to-head, isn't it?
Yeah.
Junaid, it was push and pull. He just sort of
Yeah.
ran out of steam at the end.
I just started panicking when I saw how far ahead Matthew was, so I started buzzing when I didn't know the answer. I don't know why I did that.
Matthew, very good head-to-head. Well done, you're through.
Thank you.
Junaid, I'm afraid you know where it goes from here. It's the end of the road, I'm afraid. Would you have done anything differently?
No, Matthew was this really strong player, so I'm not surprised he won.
Well, you've been a fantastic contestant. Thank you very much for playing hardball.
Thanks for having me.
So Matthew is through to the semi-final, and £1,650 is in the bank. Time now to play our next heat as 3 more contestants are ready to take on the hardball. Ellie, Alex and Trish, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good to see all of you. So you have all seen how it's done. And one of you will be playing Matthew in the semi-final. Let's find out who. First to see if they can take on the hardball, it's Trish. Trish, great to see you.
Thank you.
Tell us what you do.
I'm a criminal intelligence analyst.
And I know that you like a little volunteering occasionally.
I love volunteering, yes. I volunteered for the Olympic Games in London in 2012.
Tell us what that was like, because it was a great party to be part of, wasn't it?
It was fantastic, fantastic experience. And I worked at the weightlifting team, so I got to hold a full set of the Olympic medals.
I thought you were going to say you got to hold a bag full of dumbbells. This is a very different experience, though, Trish, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah.
You know how the moneymaker works. Simply answer as many questions as you can before the hardball passes you. £50 will go into today's jackpot with every square you light up. Make it further than either of your opponents and you will be through to the next round. Trish, let's put you on the track. There you are. So the hardball will be released once I've read the first question. If you're ready, let's play hardball. On which London street does the Prime Minister have their official residence?
Downing Street.
Correct. In April 1953, which iconic British secret agent first appeared in print?
James Bond.
Correct. If you hold a grudge about something, where on your body are you said to have a chip?
Shoulder.
Correct. Which UK TV channel was launched on the 2nd of November 1982?
Channel 5.
Channel 4. Which 1970s Scottish pop group inspired the period of fan frenzy known as Roller Mania?
Bay City Rollers.
Correct. In which 2003 Disney Pixar film does a clownfish named Marlin search for his son?
Finding Nemo.
Correct. In the UK, both Mother's Day and Father's Day traditionally fall on which day of the week?
Sunday.
Correct. Which gland that influences metabolic rate in the body is located in the neck?
Thyroid.
Correct. How is 1/4 expressed as a percentage?
25.
Correct. Which stage musical features the songs The Movie in My Mind and Last Night of the World?
Chicago.
Miss Saigon. Which primate is associated with overhead bars in a children's playground?
Monkey.
Correct. The Mexican painter, famous for her self-portraits, was known as Frida who?
Pain.
Kahlo. What does the A stand for in the name of the sporting body known as the FA?
Association.
Correct. In 2015, who was elected leader of the UK Labour Party?
Pass.
Jeremy Corbyn. Which clothes are described as wrong in the title of a short film starring Wallace and Gromit?
Trousers.
Correct. Which major Scottish city shares its name with a town and harbour in Hong Kong?
Pass.
Aberdeen. Oh, Trish. Let's look at the state of affairs. There you are at the end of the second level of the track, which isn't bad going whatsoever, Trish. You can be proud of that. And you've added £550 to the jackpot, which means that so far we're playing for £2,200. And Trish, you're currently the one to beat, so well done.
Thank you.
Next to take on the hardball is Alex. Good to see you, Alex.
Good to see you.
Tell us what you do.
Yeah, I'm a commercial manager. I'm 34 years old and I'm from Hull. I've got 2 children, a 9-year-old and 3-year-old. I just like spending time with them.
Yeah.
Do a lot of long walks, go many weekends.
OK. Alex, it is your time now.
OK.
And we need to get further than Trish if you're going to make it through to the next round. So let's highlight the square to beat. That's where it is. End of the second level of the track.
Yeah.
Alex, let's get you up there. Remember, the hardball will start once I finish asking the first question.
Okay.
If you're ready, let's play hardball. In which year were the Summer Olympics last held in the UK?
2014.
2012. In which series of films does Natalie Portman play Padme Amidala?
Star Wars.
Correct. On which dating show would you hear the catchphrase, no likey, no lighty?
Take Me Out.
Correct. The Hindu festival Diwali is also known as the Festival of what?
Light.
Correct. The composer of the piano piece of music known as the Minute Waltz was Frederick who?
Beethoven.
Chopin. Which red juice is a key ingredient in a Bloody Mary cocktail?
Tomato juice.
Correct. According to the nursery rhyme, who went up the hill with Jack?
Jill.
Correct. Which Andrew Lloyd Webber musical has a sequel called Love Never Dies?
Pass.
Phantom of the Opera. Who was the only US president to have been born in the state of Hawaii?
Barack Obama.
Correct. Which pair of towers dominate the skyline of Kuala Lumpur?
Pass.
The Petronas Towers. Which American illusionist spent 44 days suspended
David
above the... Correct. Which English county cricket club plays their home games at Lord's Cricket Ground?
Surrey.
Middlesex. Which actor directed and starred in the 1995 film Braveheart?
Mel Gibson.
Correct. When a person is delighted, which colour are they said to be tickled?
Pink.
Correct. Which TV presenter had the catchphrase, "Shut that door"?
Pass.
Larry Grayson. Wheels of which cheese are stored in the vaults of Italy's Credit Bank as collateral? For loans, Parmesan would have been the answer, Alex. Not doing too badly at all. Halfway through the second level of the track. And Alex, £450 added to the jackpot. So we're now up to £2,650 we're playing in total. As you know, you didn't get as far as Trish before the hardball passed you, so you are still at risk of going home. We're on tenterhooks for the moment. Trish, though, you're through to the next round.
Well chuffed.
As well, you should be. And our last contestant to play is Ellie. Well, it's good to see you, Ellie.
It's good to see you too.
Tell us about yourself.
OK, so I'm Ellie, I'm 40. I'm a sea lion trainer I work in a safari park in Merseyside.
Sea lion trainer. Ellie, is that job as good as it sounds?
It's the best job in the world.
Is it?
It truly is.
So, do you have names for your sea lions, your cubs?
Yeah, I've got 4. I've got Biffo, he's my oldest.
Yeah.
I've been with him for 21 years, 22 years nearly. And then we have Arthur, Roger and Louis.
Oh, it's a family.
It is.
So what roles entails being a sea lion trainer?
Well, obviously, their everyday care and making sure that they're all fit and healthy and well. And we also do displays with them so we can show off their skills. And they're great ambassadors for all the other marine mammals, so we can, we can put things out there for other species that need a bit of help as well.
Absolutely, yeah, well, salute the sea lions. And obviously you have to feed them, Ellie.
Yeah, yes, I do. Which is quite funny because I have quite a bad phobia of live fish.
What?
Yeah, it's true.
You're a sea lion trainer with a phobia of fish?
Yeah.
OK. Now, I'm no psychologist, but that must be very tricky to deal with on a day-to-day basis.
It did take a while to get over. I'm not too bad now. If I recognise the fish I'm giving them, I'm OK.
OK.
It's when it's something I've not seen before that I'm a bit not going near that.
Ellie is a guy with a phobia of birds. I feel for you. OK, so we've seen so many contestants go before you. One player is going to be leaving after this. Of course, you're going to make sure it's not you.
I'm certainly going to try.
So you need to get further than Alex to go through to the next round. So let's highlight the square that you would have to beat. There it is. Second level. Let's get you up on the track, Ellie.
OK.
Remember, the hardball will start once I've finished asking the first question.
OK.
Ellie, if you're ready. Let's play hardball. Which fruit is traditionally used to make the alcoholic beverage cider?
Apples.
Correct. In the title of a 1984 film, Freddy Krueger gives nightmares to the residents of which street?
Elm Street.
Correct. Which American singer had a UK hit with Jailhouse Rock in 1958?
Elvis Presley.
Correct. In Greek mythology, which king turned everything he touched into gold?
Midas.
Correct. According to Parliament's website, the first speech made in the chamber by a new MP is called what?
Pass.
Maiden speech. The Only Fools and Horses spin-off was called the Green what?
Grass of home.
No, just grass. The 2 species of squirrel in Britain are the grey squirrel and which other?
Red.
Correct. Which famous waterfall sits on the border between Zambia and Zimbabwe?
Angel Falls.
Victoria. What is the English name for the food known in French as escargot?
Snails.
Correct. Which British author wrote a series of novels featuring the character Richard Sharp?
Pass.
Bernard Cornwell. The San Siro football stadium is located in which Italian city?
Pass.
Milan. In 1945, which Hollywood actress married Humphrey Bogart?
Pass.
Lauren Bacall. Oh, Ellie. You had so much momentum and then just got into the turn and got a bit stuck.
Yeah. What can I say?
Oh, well, Ellie, you got to the end of the first level of the track. So that means that we've got £300 to put into the jackpot thanks to you. Total is now up to £2,950. But, as you know, you didn't get further than either Alex or Trish. So I'm afraid that means it is the end of your game.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, Ellie, genuinely, it was so good to have you here. And, well, will you wish all your 4 sea lions the best from us?
Of course I will.
Of course you will. Love to the family, including the cubs. Ellie, thank you for playing.
Thank you for having me.
So that means Alex and Trish are now going to battle it out for a place in today's semi-final. Who will make it through? Let's find out as we play the head-to-head. Well done, you two, on getting to this stage. Trish, you were very happy with yourself at the end of the Moneymaker.
I could have done better, but I was pleased that I got that far.
Well, absolutely, and pleased that you've got this far. Here you are. Taking on Alex in the head-to-head will be a different kettle of fish, though, won't it?
Yeah, it was bad enough playing against the ball, but now playing against Alex as well. Yeah, it's going to be tricky.
And that's nothing on you, Alex. No. I think she thinks you're very nice, I'm sure. It's just the nature of the show. What do you think going into the head-to-head? What are your feelings?
We'll just see how we get on. Hopefully, I'll come good, but tough competitor.
This time, not only do you have to outrun the hardball, you also have to outrun each other. As you saw earlier, you'll both be on the track at the same time, answering questions on the buzzer. A correct answer moves you on one square, but a wrong answer will move your opponent forward. Alex, Trish, stay ahead of the hardball, because the person it overtakes first is out of the game. The winner goes straight into today's semi-final with Matthew. Alex, Trish, let's put you both on the track. We'll release the hardball when one of you reaches the second level of the track. If you're ready, let's play hardball. According to legend, which British king is said to have pulled the sword Excalibur from a... Trish?
Arthur.
Correct. In 1994, which pop superstar married Lisa Marie Presley? Alex?
Michael Jackson.
Correct. Which American actress has starred in the title role of all three Bridget Jones films? Alex?
Renée Zellweger.
Correct. Which country does feta cheese originate from? Trish?
Greece.
Correct. Which Soviet dictator died in Moscow in March 1953? Alex?
Stalin.
Correct. Which Essex seaside town has the longest pleasure pier in... Trish?
Southend.
Correct. Which word is used in chess to announce to your opponent that you have captured their king? Alex?
Checkmate.
Correct. Who wrote the 1930s detective novel Murder on the Orient Express? Alex?
Agatha Christie.
Correct. Which writing system from ancient Egypt uses pictures instead of words? Alex?
Hieroglyphics.
Correct. Sex and the City star Kim Cattrall was born in which British city? Alex?
Liverpool.
Correct. How many wheels does a Reliant Robin have? Alex?
3.
Correct. The uneven bars and balance beam are pieces of... Trish?
Gymnastics.
Correct. Which species of whale is the largest animal in the world? Alex?
Killer.
Blue whale. Which Swedish author wrote a trilogy of books collectively known as the Millennium Series? Stieg Larsson. In 1977, the Voyager space probes were launched by which space agency? Trish?
NASA.
Correct. In the DC Comics, Aquaman is the ruler of which underwater kingdom? Trish?
Atlantis.
Correct. Which standard measure of beer is equal to 568? Alex?
Pant.
Correct. In which decade did Reg Varney become the first person to withdraw money from a cash machine? 60s. The name of which agricultural machine features in the title of a hit song? Alex?
Tractor.
Combine harvester. Which animal features in Edwin Landseer's painting The Monarch of the Glen? Trish?
Deer.
Correct. The Society of West End Theatre Awards were renamed in honour of which actor in 1984? Laurence Olivier. What was the first name? Well, you two. All the way through to the second level of the track. And, well, we couldn't split you. We've come all this way, and you're still head-to-head. Neck and neck, toe-to-toe, and every other part of the body together. Yep. Alex, Trish, because the hardball passed you both at the same point, it means that we have to play a tiebreaker. I'll ask you one final buzzer question. Give me the correct answer, and you're into the semi-final. But be careful, because a wrong answer will send your opponent through. OK? Are we ready? Stand by, fingers on your buzzers. Here we go. What is the name of the durable cotton or linen fabric artists use as a surface for paintings? Trish?
Canvas.
Correct. Well done, Trish. Oh, it came down to one final question, and you're the one that kept you cool. Oh, Alex, you know what? You had your fast finger on throughout that game and just down at
just at the end, yeah. Just at the end, but hey-ho.
Did you know the answer?
Yes. I work in printing and we print a lot of canvas.
Well, you shouldn't have reminded us of that.
I know. I'm not going to live that down.
Hey, have you enjoyed yourself today?
I've loved it. Every minute of it.
Alex, well done. Thank you for playing hardball.
Cheers.
Trish, you are through to the semi-final where you will play Matthew. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So we're down to the last two, but who will make it through to play for that £2,950 jackpot today? Let's find out as we play the semi-final. Trish and Matthew, congratulations on getting to the last two.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is good, but it gets tricky from here, doesn't it? Matthew, you've had a bit of time to watch the game go on.
Yeah.
How do you think it's going to go against Trish?
I think she's really good on the buzzer, so I'm a bit worried.
Trish, you've done very well indeed.
Thank
You were so happy, your beaming smile just after the very first round.
I'm just happy to be here.
Well, guys, it all comes down to this. Remember, only one of you can go through to play for that £2,950 today. In this semi-final, we'll put you both back on the track at the same time. Again, I'll ask you questions on the buzzer. Right answers move you forward, wrong answers move your opponent forward. The winner will go through to today's final. The loser, I'm afraid, will be going home. So it is all to play for. Good luck. Let's get you both on the track. There we go. Trish, Matthew, fingers on the buzzers. The hardball will be released the moment one of you reaches the second level of the track. If you're ready, let's play hardball. Which classic board game has community chest and Matthew?
Monopoly.
Correct. In the 1939 film The Wizard of Oz, Dorothy is transported from which American state? Matthew?
Kansas.
Correct. What name is given to a type of bike with just one wheel? Trish?
Unicycle.
Correct. Which legume has varieties known as runner and kidney? Trish?
Bean.
Correct. Which family of musical instruments does the didgeridoo belong to? Matthew?
Wind.
Correct. What name is given to the holiday traditionally taken by newlyweds? Matthew?
Honeymoon.
Correct. Which cabinet position has been held by Amber Rudd and Jackie Smith? Matthew?
Home Secretary.
Correct. Which large fish has species called bull, basking, and cookie cutter? Trish?
Shark.
Correct. In the tale of Little Red Riding Hood, what animal poses as the Trish?
Wolf.
Correct. Ray Parker Jr. sang the theme. Matthew?
Ghostbusters.
Correct. Which style of high-neck jumper shares its name with a sport played on horseback? Matthew?
Polo.
Correct. Which in-car device used for directions is commonly known? Matthew?
Satellite navigation.
Correct. The deity Aten is associated with which ancient mythology? Egyptian. In which year was Nelson Mandela finally released from prison? Matthew?
1990.
Correct. Which Romanian sisters had a hit with Cheeky Song? Trish?
Cheeky Girls.
Correct. Which BBC radio DJ also plays Lister in the sci-fi show? Matthew?
Craig Charles.
Correct. In Marvel Comics, what is the superhero name of Natasha Romanova? Matthew?
Black Widow.
Correct. In 1993, which unpopular flat rate tax was replaced with council tax? Matthew?
Community charge.
Correct. Which Vermont senator stood against Hillary Clinton? Well, when you're in that kind of form, Matthew, who can take you on? Very well played. Trish?
He did excellent, didn't he? Yep.
He really did.
Didn't stand a chance.
Matthew, you did excellently well. A fantastic semi-final. And Matthew, at the end of that, you are today's winner. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Trish, you've come so far. And, like you said, it was the taken part.
It absolutely was, yeah. It was really good fun.
No regrets with the hardball?
No, none at all.
Good to know. Trish, thank you for being a brilliant contestant and thank you for playing hardball.
Thank you.
Time to play the final. Matthew, congratulations on making it to today's final. So the jackpot stands at £2,950. That is what you're playing for.
Wow.
How you feeling?
Nervous.
Yep.
I was pleased kind of how it went towards the end of the semi-final, so I want to try and take that momentum on now.
So, £2,950. If you were to win it all, what would you do with it?
I really like travelling. So last year I went to Vienna in Austria, and I'd really like to go around Italy. So I think I'd like to hire a car and just travel around Italian cities, really. That'd be quite nice.
That sounds fantastic. And if you are to win that cash, you're going to have to take on the hardball one last time. But this time, you have to beat it. Make it all the way to the end of the track without the hardball catching you, and you will be going home with that £2,950. To help you, we've got 3 boosts, which you can activate at any one time. Each boost allows you to jump forward 1 square, but for every boost you use, the jackpot prize will be halved. So use them wisely and only when you have to. If the hardball catches you at any time, the game is over and the jackpot is lost. Matthew, you'll see 5 categories. You'll need to choose one and answer questions on it until the hardball reaches the end of each level of the track. Then we'll switch to a different category and so on. Okay, your 5 categories today are World Cities, History, US Television, Football, and Celebrities. What's going through your head?
Not a lot.
Any of them that you particularly like?
Not really, because US television is so big and vast now that I might be lucky and it hits the, TV shows I watch. Football, again, I know a little about a lot.
And that could be enough to get you through. The first decision that you have to make, Matthew, is which category are you going to pick first?
US television first.
Yeah? Let's go big. Let's go broad. Answer as many questions as you can on US television. Matthew, let's put your face on the track. All right. The hardball will be released once I finish asking your first question. Best of luck. For the final time today, Matthew, if you're ready, let's play hardball. In 2007, the character of Sheldon Cooper first appeared in
Big
which
Bang Theory.
sitcom? Correct. In the title of a 1990s TV show, which zip code follows Beverly Hills?
90210.
Correct. Who hosts Game of Games, which features games from her popular talk show?
Ellen DeGeneres.
Correct. In which TV series did Mr. T play B.A. Baracus?
18.
Correct. Which fantasy drama features the locations of Winterfell and King's
Game of
Landing?
Thrones.
Correct. The last episode of Friends was originally aired in which year?
2004.
Correct. In ER, which actor played Doug Ross?
George Clooney.
Correct. Set 25 years after the first series, which David Lynch drama returned to
Twin
TV?
Peaks.
Correct. In which decade is the TV series Stranger Things set?
80s.
Correct. In which Star Trek TV series does Brent Spinner play the android Data?
The Next Generation.
Correct. Who created the animated series Family Guy?
Seth MacFarlane.
Just out of time on the Seth MacFarlane answer, Matthew. So you know what? We didn't need it. We don't need Seth MacFarlane. Because, Matthew, you are sitting very pretty there on the second level of the track. And that's put us in a really, really strong position. So, US television, your first hurdle is out of the way. To stay ahead of the hardball, which of the remaining categories are you going to choose?
Celebrities.
Yeah?
Yeah.
OK, let's go with celebrities. Just beat the hardball to the end of the next level of the track.
OK.
And you will be one step closer to that jackpot. Matthew, you're doing really well. Here comes your first question on celebrities. What is the first name of the Duchess of Cambridge's sister?
Beatrice.
Pippa. At the 2009 MTV Awards, who famously interrupted Taylor Swift's acceptance speech?
Kanye West.
Correct. Which Harry Potter actor features in Ed Sheeran's music video for Lego House?
Daniel Radcliffe.
Rupert Grint. What is the name of Victoria and David Beckham's daughter?
Paris.
Harper. Which American-born television personality is the son of George Best?
George.
Callum. Joan Collins is the godmother of which British supermodel and Paper Towns actress?
Lily Cole.
Cara Delevingne. Tom Cruise is famously a follower of which religion?
Scientology.
Correct. Is one noise you could have made. My goodness me.
Yeah.
It can change just like that, can't
Yeah.
it?
Not great.
Well,
Not great.
you used your boost at the perfect time.
Did I? OK.
Really did.
Good.
You came in really, really handy. But that does mean that the jackpot is now down to £1,475.
Yeah.
It's still a lot of money.
Yeah.
And you're still in the game. And we have 3 categories for you still to choose from. So here they are. What's it going to be next between World Cities, History and Football?
I'm going to go football, I think, and hope that I've got enough to get me through.
Yeah?
Yeah.
OK, let's go for football. That head start that you built on the hardball in the first category has gone a little bit. It is going to be a bit harder from here, but just do as you've been doing. Stay ahead of the hardball, Matthew. Are you ready?
I am.
Here we go. What is the name of England's national football team home stadium?
Wembley.
Correct. The song sung by Liverpool fans at the beginning of games is You'll Never Walk
Alone.
Correct. Which 2017-18 EFL Championship club is the only one from Wales?
Cardiff.
Correct. How many penalty spots are on a standard football pitch? Correct. Which team won the English Premier League in 2017?
Chelsea.
Correct. The 2002 FIFA World Cup was hosted by South Korea and which other country?
Japan.
Correct. Used to help referees make decisions, what does the V in VAR stand
Virtual.
for? Video. In 2018, which former Manchester United player was named head coach of the England women's team?
Ryan Giggs.
Phil Neville. That wasn't bad at all, Matthew.
Wasn't bad.
You happy with how the questions landed?
Yeah, to begin with I was, yeah. But yeah, no, absolutely. You know, I got through that.
Yeah.
Thank goodness.
And sometimes it is just getting your confidence back. Isn't it?
Absolutely, yes, absolutely. So no, at least I'm on the fourth row.
You really are.
Yeah.
And you didn't need a boost in that round either.
No.
So you've still got 2 boosts intact, but probably more importantly, the jackpot is still there at £1,475. Let's keep it that way if we can.
Okay.
Okay. So we've still got a bit of a lead on the hardball.
Yeah.
We're down on the 4th level of the track and 2 categories remain. Let's remind ourselves of what they are. World cities and history.
I'm going to go history.
You're going to pick history?
I am.
OK, it's a big call,
Yeah.
but hopefully it'll be the right one. Matthew, answer as many questions as you can on history. Stay ahead of the hardball. Let's play. What date in July celebrates the American
4th.
Declaration? Correct. What is the name of the Chinese dynasty that lasted from
Ming.
13th? Correct. Who famously commanded an expedition to the Antarctic on board
Scott.
the Endurance? Shackleton. Which country's revolution became synonymous with Madame Guillotine?
French.
Correct. During both of his terms as Prime Minister, Winston Churchill was leader of which political party?
Conservative.
Correct. In 334 BC, which king of Macedon led the Greeks in the conquest of Persia?
Midas.
Alexander the Great. The Acts of Union in 1800 joined the parliaments of Great Britain. Which other kingdom?
Scotland.
Ireland. The Anglo... Oh, Matthew!
Yeah.
Oh, it just got to you right at the end there.
Yeah.
Oh, mate, I'm feeling for you so much because you had the boost and you could have used them.
I was about to use it, and then you said I knew it was England, and it was either going to be Scotland or Ireland.
Yeah.
So I went for it. Never mind.
Oh, my goodness. In that moment, the split decision, it's so
Yeah.
difficult, isn't it?
Yeah.
To go all the way to the end of the 4th level of the track is sensational. It really, really is.
There we are.
There we are. Matthew, you've been fantastic. I'm afraid you won't be going home with the money. You have been beaten by the hardball, but thank you so much for playing. You've been an absolutely great contestant.
Thank you.
Oh, and that brings the hardball to a halt for now. Join us next time when 6 more contestants will try to beat the ball. Bye.